Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
Almighty God, whom we are privileged to call our Father, we praise you and magnify your name. Grateful for all the gifts you have given us and for the marvelous ways you have worked in our lives, we offer you ourselves and all our endeavors this very day. Bless us with a share in your wisdom, a portion of your generosity, and a part of your immeasurable love. Keep us safe from the dangers that may harm our bodies and may imperil our souls. Inspire us to be committed to responding to our vocation as school leaders and teachers, joyfully and zealously every single day. Open our hearts and minds to what we will learn today from this webinar and our resource speakers, from our co-workers in the academe, and from the events of daily life. By the outpouring of your Spirit, help us influence and shape the minds and hearts of the young people entrusted to our care, and in doing so, contribute to building a better nation and a better world, and give glory and honor to you, whose majesty is beyond compare. All these we ask in the name of your beloved Son, our Lord Jesus Christ, who lives and reigns with you and the Holy Spirit, one God, unto the ages of ages. Amen.
From evil, for thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory
Kayang magiliw, malas ang sinamahan, alam ng puso, sa kanyang may buhay. Lupang hinirang, tulad ka ng mamiti, sa bandulubi, di ka masisingit, sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit manuhaw, may nilatang tunahangit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang isa lang ako'y tanong, may managmalilim, ang nagtuwing pagkakaya, ang may magiging, tulad natin ang sita, tulad langit sa linggo. At ligaya ang may malaki,
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Sorry for the technical difficulty earlier. Despite the bad weather, let's push with this COECSA freshman orientation. So I hope you're doing great. You're at home, safe and sound. Now, to give his opening remarks, let's welcome the Dean of the College of Engineering, Computer Studies and Architecture, Engineer Arnel Avellino, to be followed by the introduction of the faculty members, the admin officials of the College of the COECSA. Okay, so shout out muna sa mga nanonood dyan. I hope that you are safe at home. And wag na kayong lumabas kasi umuulan at hindi maganda ang panahon. Okay, so now let's welcome again Engineer Arnel Avellino.
Thank you. To our Vice President for Administration and Registrar, Dr. Maria Teresa O. Pilapil. The Assistant Vice President for Administration, Dr. Mark Irvin C. Celis. Our Executive Director for Academic Affairs, Dr. Ramon C. Maniago. Our College Secretary, Engineer Annalyn P. Romero. All the department and program chairpersons, faculty members, incoming freshmen, parents, and guests, good afternoon. I wish to warmly welcome each and everyone personally in our university auditorium as we open our classes on September 1, 2021, but due to this global pandemic we have been experiencing until this very moment, we were not able to see each other, so allow me to welcome each and everyone virtually from our home to yours, my dear COECSA incoming freshman students. We started from a very unusual circumstances and we will not be able to see each other's company physically for some time to come. I know that there is nothing like the warmth being physically together, but we have to accept the situation and deal with the new normal and make the best out of it. LPU Cavite has been doing online education for some time and we continuously strive to improve it. We ourselves prefer the blended learning mode that combines the best of face-to-face and online education. However, our situation pushes us to go fully online. If the Commission on Higher Education eventually allows face-to-face learning, we will shift back to blended learning mode for all subjects with laboratory requirements only. I believe that online education requires higher level of commitment from our faculty members, but it also requires a larger measure of diligence, independence, and discipline in the part of the students. For this academic year 2021-2022, we hope to live up with your expectations in terms of educational and campus life experience. LPU Cavite College of Engineering, Computer Studies, and Architecture is your new home away from home. I pray that things go back to normal very soon so you can fully enjoy the college life in the enriching experience of LPU education. For the meantime, enjoy your LPU education in the cyberspace. Thank you, and may the good Lord bless and keep us all.
a place, an atmosphere, an oasis, a community waiting for you. Enter as curious learners who care about growth, who care about others, who want to make a positive impact in the world.
In this time of unprecedented challenges, you, our students, inspire us with your strength of spirit, your patience, and your understanding. With you, we believe we can. With you, we will push hard. And with you, we will not only overcome, but we will achieve greater victories. Welcome to Lyceum of the Philippines University. Together, we take the lead.
The College of Engineering, Computer Studies and Architecture envisions itself as among the top team players in the field of architecture, engineering and information communication technology, ICT, educational institutions that produce quality-centered graduates who imbibe the fundamental core values of LPU and seek the truth and fortitude in the service of God and country. As an institution inspired by the philosophy Veritas et Fortitudo, we conscientiously seek to provide students with a body of language that will enable them to apply the knowledge and skills in the fields of engineering, architecture and ICT. As a learning institution, we support the development and well-being of a competent, responsible and God-fearing individual through innovative, scientific, social, cultural and industry-based programs. As a member of a conscientious community, we support programs that will lead to the development of community awareness through student participation in various activities that will highlight the social impact of engineering, architecture, and ICT in the business environment. Competent. Equipped with advanced skills that will allow them to be immediately competitive in the local or international industries while providing the best opportunity for achieving their full potential. Outstanding. Demonstrated lifelong learning via progress toward completion of an advanced degree, professional development continuing education courses, or industrial training courses. Established. Demonstrated professional success via promotions and/or positions in top companies, academic institutions, or starting up their own enterprise, increasing professional responsibility. Confident. Initiated and implemented actions while exhibiting high standard of professional behavior and attitude toward the improvement of engineering, architectural, and ICT practice. Socially responsive. Active participation in accredited professional organizations as well as community-based organization with the purpose of being the transformers of the industry towards innovation. Achiever. Engaged and succeeded in their professional careers through projects that show ability to solve complex engineering, architectural, and technical problems. Keep abreast with the developments in the field of architecture practice. Effectively communicate orally and in writing using both English and Filipino. Work effectively and independently in multidisciplinary and multicultural teams. Take cognizance of professional, social, and ethical responsibility. Create architectural solutions by applying knowledge in history, theory, human behavior, and environmental context. Produce and present design solutions by applying architectural principles, programming, universal design, planning, building systems, and professional practice. Use of concepts and principles from specialized fields and allied disciplines into various architectural problems. Use of various information and communication technology, ICT, media for architectural solutions, presentation, and techniques in design and construction. Prepare contract documents, technical reports, and other legal documents used in architectural practice adhering to applicable laws, standards, and regulations. Interpret and apply relevant laws, codes, charters, and standards of architecture and the built environment. Acquire of entrepreneurial and business acumen relevant to architecture practice. Contribute in the management of the construction works and building administration. Participate in the generation of new knowledge. Recognize the need for and engage in lifelong learning. Analyze a complex computing problem and to apply principles of computing and other relevant disciplines to identify solutions. Design, implement, and evaluate a computing-based solution to meet a given set of computing requirements in the context of the program's discipline. Communicate effectively in a variety of professional contexts. Recognize professional responsibilities and make informed judgments in computing practice based on legal and ethical principles. Function effectively as a member or leader of a team engaged in activities appropriate to the program's discipline. Apply computer science theory and software development fundamentals to produce computing-based solutions. Apply knowledge of mathematics and science to solve engineering and technical problems. Design and conduct experiments, as well as to analyze and interpret data. Design a system, component, or process to meet desired needs within realistic constraints, in accordance with standards. Function in multidisciplinary and multicultural teams. Identify, formulate, and solve engineering and technical problems. Understand professional and ethical responsibility. Communicate effectively engineering and technical activities with the engineering and technical community and with society at large. Understand the impact of engineering and technical solutions in a global, economic, environmental, and societal context. Recognize the need for and engage in lifelong learning. Know contemporary issues. Use techniques, skills, and modern engineering tools necessary for engineering practice. Know and understand engineering, technical and management principles as a member and leader of a team, and to manage projects in a multidisciplinary environment.
Okay, so thank you very much to that presentation. So you have just seen the campus tour, virtual campus tour. I hope you paid attention to the college's vision, mission, and the PEO. So this time, let me share to you the My LPU leads. Ano ba tong My LPU leads? Especially to those who are new to LPU. So please watch this presentation.
Hi, good day everyone. So before my presentation, I would like to welcome the freshman students to the Lyceum of the Philippines University, Cavite. We are excited and grateful to have you in our college, the College of Engineering, Computer Studies and Architecture. So now let me present to you the my LPU leads. So though this was shown already a while ago, so with some audio or technical difficulties or error, no, I will explain this further for you. So please can you present the presentation, please? Thank you very much. Okay. So let us define the meaning of my LPU leads from the acronym LEADS. No, this is learning experience through alternative delivery systems. The My LPU lead started last academic year, 2020-2021, and this is still part of the academic continuity plan for this coming academic year, 2021-2022. The My LPU leads is the adoption of the university's teaching and learning processes to the circumstances brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic. Also, this is in compliance to the regulations of the national and local government to at least meet the students online, no, since they are not allowing us in a face-to-face classroom setup. So the provision in the current academic plan, so there are some or few changes from the recent My LPU leads. This provision is the current academic plan reflect from the previous versions aimed at promoting better engagement between the teachers and the students to ensure a better quality of instruction. Again, LPU Cavite will implement the My LPU leads as its flexible learning system consistent with its vision, mission, and core values. So the delivery of instruction will be in two different modes. This is through synchronous and asynchronous. So I guess some of you already have an idea what is synchronous and asynchronous modes of learning. For the synchronous learning, so this means the actual class will be facilitated by your professors online using a recommended platform. So ibig sabihin po dito, you will meet with your professors in a class, no? So virtual classroom setup, okay, using a platform. So the number of hours for weekly virtual classes, this is per subject or per course, shall be equivalent to 50% of the prescribed number of hours per week or per week. Okay, for example, you have a subject scheduled for 3 hours a week. This will have virtual classes at least, no, equivalent to 1.5 hours, or your asynchronous class shall be conducted at least 1 hour and 30 minutes a week. So that is at least, or it can be more than that. No, it depends on your classes, okay, or the needs for your classes. Okay. Okay. One of the important improvement in my LPU leads is the attendance monitoring. So attendance of the students for the said virtual class is required and will be monitored by your professors. Okay? So as much as possible, avoid tardiness and absences. So the attendance policy will be explained further, will be presented by our college secretary, Engineer Annalyn Romero. That is after this presentation. Okay? And for the asynchronous learning, this involves the use of an online or the online materials and activities uploaded and then provided through the MyLPU or sites. So this will not have the attendance monitoring, no, unlike the synchronous learning mode. During the remaining hours of the class schedule without virtual classes or yung synchronous class natin, students are encouraged to use the online learning material or materials and activities in the MyLPU core site. MyLPU core site will be our official core site for this asynchronous learning mode. Okay? And then with this learning mode, professors will be available, no, even that you are not in a synchronous class or virtual class setup, still your professors will be available for individual and group consultations during your class schedule or during your time. Student engagement in online learning activities in the MyLPU core sites will be self-paced, and as such, the attendance will not be checked nor monitored as I explained a while ago. Okay? So wala po itong attendance checking or monitoring. Okay? So you will do the uploaded activities available through MyLPU core sites by yourself on your own. Pero, however, students must be mindful and compliant with the deadline set by your professor. So your professors will give you the deadline on when to submit the given activity. So kailangan po ay we need to be reminded of that. Okay? So meron po tayong deadline for submission of the activities. Okay po? And then in MyLPU leads, a student shall provide you need to provide your own resources, no, to support these learning modes, no, like desktop, laptop computer, or if you have tablet, mobile device, no, this will requires you to at least have minimum specification of your devices. And of course, no, this is very important to have, no, a stable internet connection. Okay, so yun po yung pinaka-importante sa lahat. Okay po? Yeah. Next, with the utilization of the MyLPU leads, no, itong kailangan po natin, no, for us to for the students and then also for us, no, your professors, no, all of us should be have the commitment and positive attitude. So also for the students, no, you need to take responsibility for your studies, no, with the guidance of your parents and through the assistance of your professors. Okay, to continue my presentation, now next, no, we have here the MyLPU core site. No, like what I said, no, this will be the official core site, no, for the students of LPU Cavite during their asynchronous learning mode. Okay, so let me give you an introduction lang about MyLPU core site. Okay, so ito po yung gagamitin nyo throughout your stay, no, throughout your stay in LPU Cavite. MyLPU is an e-learning, no, like what I said, no, this is an e-learning platform provided for the students and then for faculty members, no, by the Lyceum of the Philippines University Cavite. This involves formal and informal classes that utilize e-learning management system or learning management system or the LMS. This supports instruction, training, and individualized development program. It can be in a form of blended learning, but this time, no, so we have the full implementation of this, no, because of the pandemic. Okay, but before, no, this was started last academic year 2016-2017. No, we are doing the blended learning, meaning combinations of physical classes or face-to-face and then online, but this time we have the full implementation of this foresight or this platform. Okay, next slide, please. Okay. This supports the integration of technology in various aspects of instruction. Like we have here tools such as email, the video stream, internet, and other instructional technology that can be also utilized using this platform. And then where can we access the MyLPU Foresight? Okay, this is through the web browser. So just take note of the link provided on your screen. So this is lpu.mrooms.net. And then let us also be reminded of that the Center for Technology-Enabled Education or e-learning, the CTEE, is the office or department who is managing the foresight. Okay, so in case that you have some inquiries, concerns, so you may contact the CTE cell, okay, for your concern or for your inquiries. Next slide, please. That is the main module or the main page of the MyLPU Foresights. Next page, please. Or next slide. And these are some of the assignment or some of the learning activity modules or the course modules available. This is also the interface or the module that you can see, that you can view in your account. It depends on how many courses that you are or that you have, that you are in your classes, ito yung maging available. These are the number of course modules that will be available, viewable to your account. Okay, so let us now proceed with the create learning activity. Okay, so there are lots of learning activities and or tools available through the MyLPU Foresight, pero we will just discuss some of these important. These are the commonly used tools or activity tools for us, for you, for the students. First, let us have the assignment activity module. In here, this is about this can be used to communicate tasks, collect work, and provide grades and feedback. So in here, students can submit digital content files. It depends. It can be Excel, document file, or PDF. It can be also in a graphics file or data file or audio or video. Okay, and the next attendance activity module. Okay, this enables your professor to take attendance, to monitor your attendance during asynchronous class, and then also for the students to view your own attendance. Okay, next, the chat activity module. Yan, minsan we have the concerns or inquiries that needs immediate response from your professors. You may use, aside from the available platforms that we can use outside MyLPU Foresight. Yung MyLPU Foresight kasi ay na siya, equipped with the chat activity module. Okay, so this is very useful for the students. Okay, this is similar as we are using chat messaging system or applications. So the same lang po ito. Okay, next, for the quiz activity naman, the professors can give you a quiz activity through this module, okay, through this tool. This will display questions of various types, including multiple choice, matching, short answer, and numerical activities. So your professors can allow the quiz to be attempted multiple times, with the question shuffled or randomly provided, from the question bank. So also a time limit can be set in this activity tool. Okay, next. Yeah. And for the checking of the originality of work of our students, yung MyLPU Foresight din, meron din tong feature the turn it in. So to check plagiarism. Okay? So kasi we all know that most of us are used to just copy and paste and get information from the available from the internet, Siyempre, also we need to check, if the information really coming from us, but still, we are not limiting the researching activity of the students by getting information from the internet, as long as we need to acknowledge or cite the author, and then also give feedback or at least conclusion from what you research or downloaded from the internet. Turnitin module allows instructors to assess and provide feedback, okay, from the students' written works or submitted works. Next. Okay, for the tutorial, you can access, you may use the link provided, just in case that my explanation is not sufficient for you, for your knowledge. Okay, so you may access the link here for the tutorial guides, and then for the technical assistance, like what I said, you may email or contact the CTE office. Next slide. Okay, these are my references. And then in addition nga pala, for the students who are using a mobile device, yung MyLPU Foresight can be used also, as a mobile application. Available po ito through iOS or through the iOS App Store or Apple App Store, and then yung Google Play Store po. Okay, so just search for the name or the name of the app, the MyLPU, and then automatically you can download it. And then for installation guidelines, available din po ito through a link provided in a PDF, PDF format, yung instructions on how to install the application, also available to through the main page of the MyLPU Foresight. Okay, yun lang po. Thank you. Be safe and God bless. Salamat po.
Thank you very much, Mr. Joven Cahigas, the Chair of Computer Studies, for a very thorough explanation of the MyLPU leads, as well as the detailed presentation of the MyLPU course site. So before we proceed to the next part, the discussion of the guidelines and policies of the college, let's first have a number from one of our alumni. Okay, she will be singing a song. Okay, entitled How Far I'll Go. Okay, please welcome Miss Jamie Reyes.
I've been staring at the edge of the water long as I can remember, never really knowing why. I wish I could be the perfect daughter, but I come back to the water no matter how hard I try. Every turn I take, every trail I track, every path I make, every road leads back to the place I know, where I cannot go, where I long to be. See the line where the sky meets the sea, it calls me, and no one knows how far it goes. If the wind in my sail on the sea stays behind me, and let me know how far I'll go. I know everybody on this island seems so happy on this island. Everything is by design. I know everybody on this island has a role on this island, so maybe I can roll with mine. I can lead with pride, I can make us strong. I'll be satisfied if I play along, but the voice inside sings a different song. What is wrong with me? See the light as it shines on the sea. It's blinding, but no one knows how deep it goes. And it seems like it's calling out to me, so come find me and let me know what's beyond that line. Will I cross that line? See the line where the sky meets the sea. It calls me, and no one knows how far it goes. If the wind in my sail on the sea stays behind me, one day I'll know how far I'll go.
Thank you very much, Ms. Jamie Reyes, BS Electronics Engineering graduate of LPU Cavite. Now let's proceed to the next part of the program, which is the discussion of the college policies and guidelines, to be presented by Engineer Annalyn Romero, to be followed by the retention policy, to be explained by Engineer Leia Santos, and the qualifying examination will be presented by Engineer Drexler Sibal. The grading system will be explained by Dr. Delia Feinsan, and the academic integrity will be presented by Engineer Flor de Liza Fiderio. And for the last part of the discussion is the COECSA social media pages, to be presented by Architect Alma Libranda. So let me share the presentation.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are excited to have you on board. So to start off, I will be discussing about the general policies and guidelines in terms of the attendance, which was discussed a while ago by Mr. Cahigas, submission of output and requirements, student assessment, laboratory experiments, and reports. For the attendance policy, okay, so from what you've heard this afternoon, you'll have two types of learning component, asynchronous and asynchronous component. So for the asynchronous learning component, this is a self-paced mode of learning, but you are expected to follow the deadlines because the attendance for this portion is waived. You need to follow the deadline set by your professor so that you can submit the requirements on time. For the second learning component, which is the synchronous component, the attendance in the virtual class shall be appeared. Next, please. A student who has incurred absences of more than 20% of the total virtual class hours for the term in any subject shall be given a grade of FDA. So what does it mean? It means failure due to absences. Fourth, NA and FDA will override any score that he or she may obtain due to the submission of any class requirement, again under the asynchronous learning component. Okay, let's go to the submission requirements. For the deadline, All term requirements, may it be an assignment, sit work, short quiz, report, case study, problem sets, or projects, must be submitted on or before the day of the term major examination. In LPU, we have three major examinations. We have the prelim, we have the midterm, and we have the final examination. Say, for example, the prelim exam will be set on November 15. You need to submit all your requirements on or before November 15. Next, the submission of outputs must only be done or should only be made through the MyLPU course site. Your professors, keep this in mind, shall not honor any submissions made in other platforms. Next, please. Okay, during major examination, online submission, because the submission of major exam, prelim, midterm, and finals will be within the prescribed set period that is set in your MyLPU portal, meaning all major examinations are synchronous. Okay, so how are you going to be assessed? There are two types. For performance-based, these are some examples. You can do written assignments such as short essays, research papers, case study, and responses. Or you'll have an online discussion, whether it's an asynchronous discussion activity, discussion board, blog, or wiki. Presentations such as synchronous web conferencing tools can be used to facilitate this presentation, or recorded and presented asynchronously. Of course, definitely, you will have tests, quizzes, and exam, and proctored tests that can be taken using MyLPU. And then for higher stake, like the examinations or major examinations, of course, these are taken synchronously, which are being proctored by your professors. For the second assessment, next please. Okay. Your professors would probably give you certain or different projects based on the requirement of the subject. So what are some examples? You could probably be developing video presentations or demonstrations. You can create term or research paper, case analysis, a critic paper, or design. Okay. And lastly, for virtual laboratory, virtual laboratory will be used as alternative activities to facilitate laboratory activities. If you look at your enlistment or EAF, you have their chemistry for engineers. So that's one subject which has a laboratory course on it. So you are all required to conduct all laboratory experiments prescribed in that subject and submit the necessary reports as their final requirement. And failure to submit those requirements or those lab reports before the end of the term corresponds to an incomplete grade. Okay, so that would be for the academic or policy and guidelines. Again, on behalf of the LPUC and COECSA family, we wish to express our gratitude to you parents and to you, our dear Froshies, for choosing LPUC. We are looking forward to seeing everyone virtually and hopefully pretty soon physically. Until then, please be safe and enjoy your first year here in LPU Cavite. Thank you.
Faculty members, chairs, and coordinators. So I will be discussing the retention policy. The objectives of the retention policy is to assess if the students possess the intellectual skills needed in pursuing the desired course in the field of engineering or architecture. Second, to encourage students' mastery of the following. For engineering, so for mathematics, general engineering, and applied sciences. For architecture, mathematics, visual communications, architectural designs, theory of architecture, building technology, and history of architecture. Next, to develop among students the value of hard work, discipline, and perseverance. To encourage students to strive for excellence And lastly, to strengthen the quality of engineering education in LPU Cavite. Ano po ba yung retention policy natin? So, for engineering, so we have the grade retention policy and the qualifying examination for engineering, or QEE, which to be discussed by Engineer Sibal later. For architecture, ang meron po tayo is yung qualifying examination for architecture. For engineering programs, for ECE, EE, ME, and CE students, so meaning for electronics, electrical, mechanical, and civil engineering students, or board, these are the program with board exams, the allowable maximum units of failing grade is 12 units. So meaning, kung naka-15 na kayo, so hindi maaalis po tayo dun sa program natin, sa mga board programs. For IE or Industrial Engineering and Computer Engineering students, so the allowable maximum units of failing grade is 15 units. This grade retention policy is effective and applicable to all first year and second year engineering students. Thank you.
Good afternoon to our dear freshman students. Welcome to COECSA family. Now, as part of the retention policy, I would like to discuss the qualifying examination, both for engineering and for architecture. The qualifying examination for engineering and architecture is designed to test whether a student is prepared for major subjects in his chosen engineering program and architecture program. The QEE and QEA aims to determine the readiness and competence of our incoming second-year students to pursue the course. Now, let's discuss first the guidelines for qualifying examination for engineering. So for all incoming classified as second-year students, including transferees of civil engineering, computer engineering, electronics engineering, electrical engineering, industrial engineering, and mechanical engineering, must take and pass the qualifying examination before they can be allowed to enroll in any major or professional subjects. The qualifications for the student to be qualified, to take the QEE are: to be qualified for the QEE, the student must have a passing grade for each of the following subjects: Mathematics for Engineers 1, Calculus 1 and 2, Physics for Engineers 1, Chemistry for Engineers 1, and Engineering Economy. And these subjects kasi, ito yung may mga prerequisites doon sa second year subjects ninyo, lalo na dun sa mga major subjects, professional subjects. Kaya kailangan matake muna to o mapasa nung lahat ng first year sa first academic year ninyo bago kayo maging qualified to take the QEE. So yung passing scores natin, the required passing scores for each program is 75%, and the result of the QEE will be one of the following. First is passed. The student has fully met the requirement score for his or her respective program or has met the following grade conditions. First is if the student nagkaroon siya ng grade na 73 to 74%, dapat yung minimum GPA natin is 2.5. O kapag ang score naman natin sa QEE is 72%, ang requirement na GPA natin is 2.25 or better. So, yan yun kapag hindi na-meet yung passing score natin na 75%. So, titingnan natin yung GPA naman ninyo. So, Yung GPA, that includes also all of your subjects, no? Hindi lang yung nabanggit natin na requirement subjects for QE. Then another result is re-examination. If the student failed to meet the required score but with a score not lower than 50, she can retake the exam. The examination must be held a week after QE, and if the student still fails the retake exam, she will no longer be accepted in any engineering program. So kapag ang score natin is lower than 75, kapag nag-take tayo ng QEE and kasama dito yung mga 73 to 74, 70 to 72, tapos hindi rin nakamit doon sa minimum GPA, meron pa namang chance to retake the exam, pero dapat yung score natin is not lower than 50 para maging qualified tayo sa re-examination. So, that will be the last chance para ma-accept tayo sa engineering program. So, para makapag-continue tayo dun sa napili nating program. Then, last classification ng result natin is fail if the student acquired a score or rating lower than 50, she will be advised to shift to any other non-engineering programs subject for evaluation and approval of the other departments or college or colleges. So kapag ang score natin lower than 50, hindi tayo qualified for examination, automatic advised to shift tayo to non-engineering program. Kaya ito yung part ng retention policy natin dito sa engineering program natin. So what are the coverage of exam? The qualifying examination shall cover mathematics for engineers 1 and 2, mathematics in the modern world, calculus 1 and 2, physics for engineers 1, chemistry for engineers, and engineering economy subjects. So, ngayon naman, tignan natin yung qualifying examination for architecture. So, the same with engineering program, the objective of the qualifying examination for architecture students are to assess if the students possess the intellectual skills needed in pursuing the desired course in the field of architecture, and to encourage students' mastery of the following: mathematics, visual communications, architectural designs, the theory of architecture, building technology and history of architecture, and also to develop the students' value of hard work, to strive for excellence, and to strengthen the quality of architecture education here in LPU Cavite. So, what is the passing score for QEA, a qualifying examination for architecture? The passing grade for the qualifying examination is 75%. However, students who failed in the examination but obtained a rating of 70% to 74% may be considered and allowed to enroll second-year subjects provided that the students obtain the equivalent minimum GPA correspondingly to the qualifying examination ratings. So ito yung qualifying examination rating natin and corresponding minimum GPA na pasok doon sa napasado doon sa ating QEA. So 74, you have to obtain 2.75 GPA or better. 73, 2.75, 72 is 2.5, 71, 2.5, 70%, 2.25 or better, no? Still, ang i-goal natin ay 75% for the examination. And also, itong mga minimum GPA natin is para lagi natin tandaan na mag-strive for excellence and pagbutihin natin lalo na sa lahat ng mga subjects natin, no? Hindi lang doon sa mga required subjects for QEA. So, but if the student did not meet the required rating, she may retake the exam for second time around, and if she still fails the retake exam, she will no longer be accepted in architecture program. So if the student did not meet the required rating, she may shift to any other related programs such as multimedia arts and fine arts, which are subject for evaluation and approval of the college or the CIFAD. Or the exam coverage for QEA are for mathematics. It covers topics in the subjects mathematics in the modern world, mathematics for architects, solid mensuration, and differential and integral calculus. For professional subjects, it covers topics in the subjects architectural designs 1 and 2, visual communications 1 to 4, history of architecture 1, theory of architecture 1 and 2, architectural interiors, and building technology 1. So, ayan yung coverage na exam natin for QEA. So again, QEE and QEA, kailangan i-take ito nung ma-incoming second year natin na engineering and architecture student, and i-design para makita yung readiness natin sa program natin. So, thank you very much for listening, and again, welcome freshmen to our COECSA family.
Good afternoon, everyone. To the freshmen, welcome to LPU. I'm going to talk about the grading system of the college. Now, for the grading criteria, the first column is the grade points. If you will get a 1.0, that is equivalent to 99 to 100%. And the general description for that is excellent. 1.25, that is equivalent to 96 to 98%. And for the description, it is outstanding. For the 1.5, that is 93 to 95%, and is equivalent to superior. The 1.75 is 90 to 92%, and the general description is very good. 2.0, that is 87 to 89, and the description is good. For the 2.25, this is 84 to 85%. That is factory. 2.5, this is 81 to 83%, fairly satisfactory. 2.75, this is 78 to 80%, fairly satisfactory. For the 3.0, this is equivalent to 75 to 77%, pass. And below 75, that is 5.0, and it is failed. It means you need to repeat the subject. The other marks for the grading system, we have also the NA. Ibig sabihin po niyan, never appeared. And for the drop, ERP. And the last one is the INC, which is incomplete. That is, kapag you still have other requirements that needs to comply. Now, let's go to the basis of grade. Preliminary period grade, that is 33.33%. The midterm period grade is 33.33%, and the final grade, period grade, is also 33.33%. And your final grade is the sum of the three components. Each grading period is composed of the following. We have the class performance, and that is equivalent to 60%. This includes the quizzes, the assignment, also the seat works, and projects. And for the major exam is 40%. So the total is 100%. And final grade with a percentage equivalent to excess and excess of 0.5 shall automatically be rounded off to the nearest whole number. For example, you've got a grade of 84.5. This will be rounded off to 85%. After which the grade period is determined. That example of 84.5% should be rounded off first to 85, and 85 is therefore equivalent to 2.25 as your final grade. Now let's go to the dean's list. How to be qualified one of the dean's listers. Number one is carry no less than a regular curriculum load for his or her course. For example, the required curriculum load for the semester is 24. So your load should not be less than 24 units. Must have a grade point average of at least 1.75. And must not have a grade lower than 2.0 in all academic subjects, inclusive of PE. And the fourth one, must not have been subjected to disciplinary action during the semester. So take note also that no dean's list is issued during the summer term. Thank you very much to the freshmen. Thank you for entrusting your future to us. Let us work together to fulfill your dreams.
Good afternoon, everyone, especially to the COECSA freshman students. Please excuse my voice today because I have been suffering from cold. Anyhow, let's start the discussion on academic integrity. For the scope and purpose, this academic integrity policy applies to all students currently enrolled this first semester of academic year 2021 to 2022 in any program under the College of Engineering, Computer Studies, and Architecture. The focus of this academic integrity policy is an online or flexible learning environment. Its purpose is to, number one, provide the students and faculty with guidelines for academic integrity, specifically during the conduct of online or our flexible learning. And number two is to identify what behaviors are considered academic dishonesty. Next slide, please. And let's define academic dishonesty. This is any type of cheating that occurs in relation to academic activities. This can also be defined as a student's use of unauthorized assistance with intent to deceive an instructor or professor in meeting course requirements. Such acts include, but are not limited to, the following. So first is cheating. Cheating generally includes the possession, communication, or use of information and materials not authorized by the instructor or professor during an activity or examination. The following are considered cheating in our online or our flexible learning environment: using another classmate's MyLPU account with or without permission. Also, collaborating with another student or students during examination or activity. Example of that is the massive or organized online cheating using the instant messaging application and email during examination or during any activity. Also, saving copies of examination questions or answers for distribution. Receiving copies of quiz, activity, examination questions, or answers to someone who has already taken it. And sending copies of submitted works or exam or any activity to others. Next slide, please. Next is plagiarism. Plagiarism includes using another's writings, ideas, or work as one's own. So the following are considered to be forms of plagiarism. Submission of another's work as one's own, the word-for-word copying of another person's idea or work. This includes copying of another classmate's activities, assignment, and research work. Also, paraphrasing or rewriting of another's work without proper citations. Next slide, please. Okay, and also regarding plagiarism, submissions in my LPU will be checked from plagiarism using the Turnitin. This has been discussed by Sir Joben a while ago. So this is an add-on in the platform. This is a plagiarism checker comparing documents to databases of current and historical web pages. This can also be used to compare a student output to another student. Okay, also another one is the fabrication or falsification of data or records. This involves deliberately altering or changing result to suit one's need in a laboratory experiment. Report, exam, or other activities. Excuse me. Changing information on any exam, problem set, or class assignment, being submitted for a regrade, changing, guessing, or inventing laboratory data, or modifying data in the report. Also, copying laboratory data from another student to present as one's own. Okay, so let's have the consequences for violations of academic integrity. Any of the following sanction may be imposed to any student excuse me, who is found guilty of committing academic dishonesty during the online learning. First is a grade of 5 or failing grade for the subject. Next is suspension, dismissal from the university, and the worst is the expulsion. Thank you everyone for listening, and thank you for choosing LP.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon to our freshies kung tawagin. So welcome to COECSA. Now, I'm going to present the social media pages, contact persons, and official email, which you can approach anytime you have concern. So next slide, please. So we have the official university website, as you can see on the lower part. So we have the cavite.lpu.edu.ph. So everything about our university, you can see it in our website. Next, we have also the official university Facebook page, the Lyceum of the Philippines University Cavite. You can follow this page for the announcement and reminders from the university itself. We also have our very own, the LPU College of Engineering, Computer Studies and Architecture Facebook page. This is the page wherein we also upload or give announcement for each program. So this is our official page. So we also have the college YouTube channel. So this one is the official channel wherein some of our or majority of our faculty members upload different recorded videos for your reference, like laboratories and things like that. We also have the different Facebook pages, official for student and organization. So let's see for each program. For the Junior Institute of Electronics Engineering of the Philippines, Junior ICPEP, so you may follow this one for our ECE students for your organization. And also the QR code is present in the presentation. You may scan this one. Next, we have the Institute of the Computer Engineers of the Philippines Student Edition, the ICPEP. So another QR code, you may look for this page also in our Facebook. Next, we have the Institute of Integrated Electrical Engineers of the Philippines, the Council of Students Chapter, or the IIE. So this is their official page. You may scan the QR. Next, we have the Philippine Institute of Civil Engineers, and also the QR code present here, so you may look for it. And then we have the Philippine Institute of Industrial Engineers, and that QR code as well. The Philippine Society of Mechanical Engineers. So this is the official Facebook page of their organization. We also have the SATA, or the Student Association for Technological Advancement, for our computer studies and IT students. So the QR code is also here, so you can scan it. Next is the United Architects of the Philippines, Student Auxiliary, or the UAPSA. You can scan here. So for the architecture, our dear architecture students, so you can look for it. And we also have other social media accounts or for specific programs. So let's see. So for architecture, we also have the Facebook page specifically for architecture student, which is the Arke ng Lyce, and we also provide some announcement specifically for architecture. And also you can follow the Instagram account, UAPSA LPUC. Okay, so we also have For freshmen, kayo, yung mga nandito, we have this one, the COECSA-DOA, first year, batch 2021-2022. So you can join this, and then the admin will accept you if you're officially enrolled in LPU Cavite. And for other years, second year, third year, fourth year, and fifth year, we also have these private groups for its specific year level, wherein we can post some announcement and specific announcement for each level. For computer studies, for freshmen, for the information of our freshman student, so we have the DCS students 2021-2022. So this is the official page ng DCS. And also they have a group chat. So they don't have a specific year level of Facebook page. Rather, they have a group chat wherein year level are indicated for the announcement. So you can join the group chat of DCS department. For engineering, it's the same. We have the DOE, COECSA DOE, first year batch 2021-2022. So you join to this Facebook page for the announcement for your specific year level. And also for the information, we have the second year, third year, fourth year, and fifth year batch ng DOE. Okay, now for your some online services, since we are in online mode of learning from I think more than almost 1 year and a half na. So ito yung mga ibang mga online services wherein you can approach if in case you'll be suffering from any problem on your account. So we have the official emails from different department. So if you have concern, the engineering student, you can email at cav-doe@lpu.edu.ph. And for computer studies, cav-dcs@lpu.edu.ph. And for architecture, you have cav-doa@lpu.edu.ph. Or you can send message to our COECSA Facebook page na live chat. Meron din tayong live chat doon. And for the information of everybody, if you're going to send emails on our official email, don't forget to put the subject of your concern. Now, for this specific program, you have the specific person also wherein you can ask for help. So for architecture, yours truly, you can email me at alma.libranda@lpu.edu.ph. For computer studies, we have raymond.constante@lpu.edu.ph. For IT, joven.cahigas@lpu.edu.ph. For library science, joven.cahigas@lpu.edu.ph. For civil engineering, we have drexler.sibal@lpu.edu.ph. For electrical engineering, we have delia.fainsan@lpu.edu.ph. For electronics engineering, we have leia.santos@lpu.edu.ph. For industrial engineering, we have annalyn.romero@lpu.edu.ph. And lastly, for mechanical engineering, we have flordelisa.harkio@lpu.edu.ph. And for other concerns, we also have the, next slide please, the IT help desk. In case you have the problems with your Microsoft 365 accounts, your AIMS portal, or technical assistance, you can send an email to servicedesk.ict@lpu.edu.ph or to ictd@lpu.edu.ph. They also have the Facebook account, I think. Ayun. So for the concern naman with regards to your My LPU or the learning portal assistance, you may email that lpuc_ctee@lpu.edu.ph as mentioned by Sir Mon kanina nung pinlay natin yung about My LPU. Next, we also have for the Academic Resource Center, for the complete list of library services, you can email at arc@lpu.edu.ph and check their Facebook account also. And for Guidance and Testing Center, if you need some counseling or counseling inquiries, you can email cav-gtc@lpu.edu.ph and check also their Facebook account. And for health services, you may email clinic@lpu.edu.ph for your some medical consultation appointment and issuance of medical certificate in case you'll be needing this one. And other reminders for online classes. So let us help our dear faculty members to get to know you better by doing the following. So this is applicable for freshman students, syempre dahil nga orientation to, kasi we don't know you yet. So for the faculty members to be easily recognize their students, so kindly change your profile or display picture to a more recognizable one, the handsome, pretty, and cute. Make sure that your face are shown clearly. And please do not use unrecognizable filters and photo. Like for example, artist, anime, cartoon characters, or whatsoever yung sa mga games nyo online. And make sure you use your real name on your account. You may opt to create new account just for the online class purposes if you don't want to update or change your existing account. So I know that some of you are private person, but since we are online, so some of your faculty members would want to see your beautiful faces except for the virtual classes. And now these are the sample profiles. So look at the profile of our beloved Dean Arnel Abilino. So you have the full name, the photo, and yours truly. So as much as possible, we wanted to see you virtually and para makilala namin kayo. So again, those are some of the reminders for before the start of the classes. So thank you very much and welcome to COECSA and the Architecture Department. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you very much to the chairs for detailed discussion of the policies and guidelines of the college. Now, before we proceed to the last part, which is the welcome presentation for freshman students, let's have another intermission number to be given by one of our alumni. It's a dance number. So, please welcome Engineer Danica Panday.
I'm going crazy. 오늘도 난 너를 바라보고 있어. 늘 대답 없는 너를 다시 불러봐. 하지만 너의 두 눈엔 나만 없는 것 같아. I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy. Roll action. 감정이 몰입이 됐어. 연기라면 이것은 맨선. 하지만 현실이야. 새로운 느낌이. Call me freaky freaky. Baby going naughty body. I'm going crazy. 왜 난 너에게 다가갈수록 넌 내 곁에서 멀어지는지. 난 너의 곁에 항상 숨을 쉬고 싶은데 넌 나의 맘을 모르니. 미쳐가는 나는 미쳐가네. 미쳐가는 내게 미쳐가네. 난 너에게 빠져있어. 널 사랑하고 있어. This must be crazy love. This must be crazy love. 혼자만의 사랑은 하기 싫어. This is crazy love. I'm going crazy. 보이지도 않은 너와 나 밀당하고 있어. 계속 잡힐 듯 말 듯. 남기고 간 향기가 너무나 짙어. 난 미친 듯이 춤을 추며 네 이름을 외쳐. 24/7 A-day coming. 매일은 내 머릿속에서만 돌아 crazy. 다가갈수록 넌 내 곁에서 멀어지는지. 난 너의 곁에 항상 숨을 쉬고 싶은데 넌 나의 맘을 모르니. 미쳐가네 나는 미쳐가네. 미쳐가네 내게 미쳐가네. 난 너에게 빠져있어. 널 사랑하고 있어. This must be
Okay, thank you very much, Engineer Danica Panday, for that very wonderful dance number. Now let's watch the video that our fellow faculty members and students um, has made for freshman students. So here we go.
Hello, Freshmen of the academic year 2021 to 2022. Congratulations for pursuing your dream to be a future architect that has a very important role in our daily lives. I can guarantee you that you will not regret choosing LPU Cavite as your partner in pursuing your dream because LPU Cavite will give you a fun, memorable, and knowledgeable experience. During these challenging times that pushes us away to be physically apart, please be assured that we are here for you. In behalf of COECSA, I am Architect Janelle De Jose of the Department of Architecture, welcoming you to LPU Cavite.
Good day everyone! I would just like to welcome all our freshman students here in the College of Engineering, Computer Studies, and Architecture. Welcome to LPU Cavite.
Greetings and burritos at Fortitudo and Prodeo at Patria. I would like to welcome all the freshman students of the College of Engineering, Computer Studies, and Architecture for the academic year 2021-2022. I look forward to getting to know the exceptional and new Lycean students of LPU Cavite. We are excited and delighted to meet you all in the virtual class as we provide rich array of opportunities and knowledge for you to learn, to grow, to discover who you are and how you want to make a difference in the world. Again, welcome Lycean and be ready to take the lead.
We are the Institute of
Computer Engineers of the Philippines, Student Edition.
Congratulations for passing your entrance exams.
And the whole CPA family welcomes you in this wonderful institution.
Computer engineering is one of the top performing engineering programs here at LPU Cavite.
And we strive to prove that despite this pandemic.
From online webinars and events,
we will make sure to deliver
and make your freshman days fun and well spent.
Join us here at Computer Engineering.
And together, we'll build
the future of computing technology as one big family.
The Institute of Integrated Electrical Engineers of Lyceum of the Philippines University Cavite would like to extend our warmest greetings to batch 2021-2022.
Our organization offers a lending hand and a sincere service in assisting your inquiries, but not limited to institutional-related topics.
This organization is not just committed in offering quality service, but we also help the students under this organization to build a strong reputation when it comes to his or her academic profile.
We aid those students who had intrapersonal issues, lending them a warm embrace and an open heart serving you.
Here at IIEE, we are not just about academically related organizations.
We are your family.
A family that caters everything you need to nurture and develop you.
Building you holistically and globally competitive.
Ensuring you are ready to the industry and in the future.
Bringing honor and achievements to make our alma mater proud.
Again, we are the Institute of Integrated Electrical Engineers of the Lyceum of the Philippines University Cavite.
Not just your typical organization, but also your family, who will build you as a whole, ensuring you are ready in the industry.
The JICEP LPU Student Cavite Chapter, Lyceans remains connected. ECEs are gated to gain more knowledge about our discipline via webinars, reading materials, and ECE facts, and join non-academic activities such as virtual acoustic night, esports fest, and even esports tournament. So, what are you waiting for? Be part of the future. Choose LPU, choose electronics engineering.
Hey there, freshies! Pick up your technical and soft skills with the Department of Computer Studies.
Aye, Captain. Currently utilize both hardware and software technologies and manage information technology.
As well as designing and creating software, chum.
You may choose to learn how to develop and manage information resources under the Department of Computer Studies.
See you around, mate!
Mechanical Engineering Freshmen, we welcome you to Lyceum of the Philippines, University Cavite for academic year 2021 to 2022.
Hi, welcome guys! Welcome!
Hi, good luck!
Welcome to Lyceum of the Philippines University. Together, we take the lead.
Have you recently asked yourself how to make things better? Are you into flexible job opportunities? Do you believe in the importance of data? Welcome to the Philippine Institute of Industrial Engineers, LPUC Student Chapter. Let us not waste money, time, raw resources, manpower, and energy.
Welcome, freshies,
in the Philippine Institute of Industrial Engineers, Lyceum of the Philippines, University Cavite.
If you can't be right, yeah, I do the same thing. I told you that I never would. I told you I changed, even when I knew I never could. Know that I can't find nobody else as good as you. I need you to stay, need you to stay. I do the same thing. I told you that I never would. I told you I changed, even when I knew I never could. Know that I can't find nobody else as good as you. I need you to stay, need you to stay. I do the same thing. I told you that I never would. I told you I changed, even when I knew
are the PICE LPU CSC, an institution of students sharing one common goal: to do and to be engineers, steering toward our dreams on vessels trusted by faith.
Welcome to your voyage. Prepare for the tides and the winds ahead. Rest on still weathers before sailing again. As you reach one land, may you be your best at doing good by serving passionately and with honesty. Choose Civil Engineering. Choose LPU.
Welcome to the College of Engineering, Computer Studies and Architecture. Thank you for choosing LPU Cavite.
Welcome, freshmen!